Hey, Blue Fleet, how are we doing? How are we doing? I didn't realise that the Stream Elements bot would show up in my chat like that. Anyway, hi, how are you? Yeah, as you can see, YouTube now has all the chat boxes are new. Hey, Sheriff, how you doing? He got Blackquilled. He did. Yeah. We've got new chat boxes. I think I might need to tweak some of the colour parts. That's kind of like the lime green doesn't quite work with you got squared. Yeah, the lime green kind of needs the I think the names to be black, so I'll sort that. Doing good? Yeah, not too bad. Work's been absolute hell, but it's a bank holiday now, so I get Monday off by default, so that's neat. Yeah, we're carrying on with 5.2. We are cross-examining Filch. Hey, Zach, how are you doing? Welcome. Oh, those new chat boxes are looking sweet. The only thing I've noticed... Hold on just a minute. YouTube chat can probably come over a little bit. Hold on. To probably like about there? Yeah, that looks good. Let's leave YouTube chat there. That way we can see more of your messages. But yeah, YouTube chat has the macaroon... chat box scheme from ChroneCo, and then I can't remember what the name of the one I put on Twitch is, but yeah, really good value actually, like about 20 quid for the two chat boxes, and they're both completely independent of each other, so there should be no conflict now with like my chat stuff. The Twitch one is very Persona like. I wouldn't know, I've never played Persona. I'll take your word on that. But yeah, I think we're about to find that once you go Blackquill, you never go backquill. That's next week's stream title. Alright. Let's jump in. I'm sure that we were up to here. Yeah. He busted out of his shackles. Yeah, what was that all about? Guess they don't make shackles like they used to. Better be careful, Apollo. You've really brought out the samurai in him. Especially after you proved there was a Ten Matara impersonator at the manor. What's with that guy in the whole samurai act, anyway? Are you seeing your mum when she wants you some pictures? No worries, Sheriff. Thank you for swinging by. I appreciate you coming past, like, all the same. It's all good. But yeah, I hope the photos go well. Make sure to put on your Sunday best, huh? Is Memorial Day weekend in the UK? I don't know what Memorial Day is, I'm afraid, Zach. We get a bank holiday at the start of May and a bank holiday at the end of May. I don't know what the reasoning is, but we just like no one really cares. We just like, oh sweet, we don't have to work today. We just get really fucking drunk. I might be doing a collaboration with the little guys on Monday. I think we're playing Among Us. I haven't played it. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to make an Among Us thumbnail. All right, well I'll get to that over the weekend. Anyway. Memorial Day is a day in the US to remember their soldiers who died and their veterans. Alright, fair enough. Understood. Such fine swordsmanship. That is no mere act. Mr. Justice, it's high time I challenge this jailhouse prosecutor to a duel. No, wait. Let's save the dueling till after we prove your innocence. I suppose it could wait till later. Does anyone remember we're conducting a trial here? Athena, I'm going to go wash out. Remember what Blackquill said, Apollo? Don't be late. It's Ujin time. Oh, baby. Our husband's almost here. He's almost here to take us back. Now then, I believe our next witness is Miss Jinxie Tenma, maid at QB Manor. I believe we can proceed now, if the witness is ready, that is. That's amazing. Look at her face. Nerarion, leader of the 100 demons. He really does exist. Wow, that is one well-polished tray. The witness will show her face while in court, or her testimony will be inadmissible. Oh. What is it, my child? Begone! Nerarion, leader of the 100 demons. It fits this so well. It really does, doesn't it? Ho, ho, ho! You think I'm a yokai? Well, I was once known as a judicial monster of sorts. Is he referencing the size of his dick? Damn, she's 15, Judge. The beast of the bar, the demon of due process, if you will. My charm has no effect. Hey there, Herlock, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. The demon of due process. Not sure if I can see that one. Oh. Oh! We are starting on a very high note indeed. Now, you little scamp. Yes? Why won't you call me a scamp? You little rapscallion, you ne'er-do-well. I trust you know why you're here. Bags. Bags? Oh, that tricksy tanuki. Try the noodle stand and go enjoy a big bowl of tanuki tail noodles while you're at it. Everyone's a comedian. No, I meant your bags, the ones under your eyes. You must have trouble sleeping. Here, this charm will keep, Azukiara away. Kiara? Of Hololive English. Alright, I mean, she doesn't have to stay away. You know, she can hold my dreams if she really wants. I'm not going to say no. Azukirare, the yokai that washes Azuki beans. The only thing needing washing will be your father's neck before I take his head clean off. Azukiara often keeps people up at night with the noise he makes washing beans. But if you stick this charm on your forehead, you won't hear him anymore. Is that so? Well, thank you. Looks like Prosecutor Blackquill got more than he bargained for. They're bad enough alone, but together, those two are just plain creepy. They have a yokai for everything, yeah. You wait until you see the yokai of autoerotic asphyxiation. Damn, they are really something. Ooh! Your testimony, if you please, Miss Tenma. Ow! Specifically, whether or not you saw Tenma Taro when you discovered the crime scene. Alright, here we go, chat. Did I see Tenma Taro in the Fox Chamber? Well, when I opened the door... Oh, I saw... Yes, now I remember. Yokai, right there in that room. That's one of the worst testimonies I've heard in a long-ass time. So, there was a yokai at the scene of the crime. Uh-huh, lots and lots of them. Wait, more than one yokai? Did Tenma Taro happen to be among them? Among us? I don't know, I just don't know. All I know is the room was swimming in yokai. Kasha, Nurikabe, Seto Taisho, oh, they were all there. Well, this is an unexpected turn of events. We've gone from no yokai to a fucking orgy. This is ludicrous. You would have this court listen to this delusional little scamp's testimony. Oh, he's so cute when he's insulting. Ah! Your Honor, I believe her memory is simply clouded by fear, but a quick therapy session should ease her mind. With the court's permission, of course. What a fabulous idea! Please proceed, Miss Sykes. You sure you know what you're doing, Athena? She's obviously not herself. The trauma of discovering that crime scene and fear of testifying have her dazed and confused, a regular ball of confusion. But my analytical psychology-based approach should be able to help. Any objections, Prosecutor Blackquill? Shall we let Miss Sykes proceed? It makes no difference to me. Do as you will, but I doubt we shall get any viable testimony. She'd be better served by bearing witness to the sword skills I forged in a distant land. I'll show you. You jackass. Okay. Right, we're loading up the... Ooh, it's this thing. Okay. Right. Did I see Tenmataro in the Fox Chamber? Well, when I opened the door, I saw... Yes, now I remember. Yokai, right there in that room. Found something. Looks like an out-of-control emotion. Is this an emotion rampage? I see. Athena, what exactly are we looking at here? Oh, this is one of Widget's functions. Right here, you can see images and emotions extracted from the witness's voice. Whoa, you mean that little thing can do all this? Pretty cool, huh? And here I thought it was just some kid's toy. Unfortunately, all I'm getting is an overflow error right now. See how sad is brightly lit there at the bottom left? She's under an uncontrollable amount of distress, which is masking her other emotions. It seems the sheer terror she experiences made her a confused mess. So... all these yokai she thinks she saw are a product of rampant emotions. Why is that one playing with its nipple? That's so... look at this! What the fuck's he doing there? What's he doing there? Look at his face! He's gooning! Oh no! Oh no! He's gooning! Why? This one as well! Look! SpongeBob! What are you doing, SpongeBob? Wouldn't you be scared seeing a gooning yokai in your father's unconscious body? These are getting out of control. Now there are two of them. Yeah, that's right. Her fears instilled in her hallucinations and false memories. She's seeing normal everyday objects as monsters in her mind. It's a form of schizophrenic hallucination brought on by emotional trauma. And the trauma in Jinxie's case is fear. So she was and still is seeing ordinary objects as yokai. We'll have to find the root cause of her extreme fear before I can treat it. Now, let's see. Apollo, can you point out the yokai on the Wheel of Fire? She seems particularly terrified of that one. Start by pressing probe. Next, point to what's causing Jinxie's out-of-control emotion. Finally, hit probe again to try and get to the heart of the matter. Alright, let's give this a try. Huh? Got it. There we go. I was pressing. For some reason, I was pressing E, not. Jinxie, what's the name for that yokai on a Wheel of Fire? That's Akasha, a yokai that steals the bodies of the recently deceased. I bet it came to steal the aldermans. It's almost creepy how well that fits the actual situation. Exactly. It's a form of hallucination where the patient can't see things for what they are. There must be something at the scene of the crime that she's mistaking for Akasha. Apollo, you need to point out what she thought was a yokai on a Wheel of Fire. I think I know the answer now. Jinxie, that wasn't Akasha you saw. Could you have possibly mistaken this for Akasha? We haven't got the thing. We haven't got like the bar at the top, so I think we can just like do what we want here, really. What did Jinxie mistake for Akasha? The lampshade. Take that! Take that! The light fixture? This one right here. It has a flame design and it's up on the ceiling. There was never a yokai on a Wheel of Fire. The Akasha you saw was just a light fixture. Oh, oh good. I'm really disturbed by this. That's one memory back to normal. Nice job. Wait, is the gooning yokai why people have a problem with this case, Ara? Is that why people have a problem with this case? Is it because there's like 2 yokai masturbating? It's kind of fucked up. Now that you've got the hang of it, it should be a cinch to point out the rest. Jinxie, what about this white wall-like monster?
That's an Urikaba. It's a wall monster that blocks your way and leads you astray.
That's no yokai, Jinxie. It's a folding screen.
Ah!
And this raccoon dog isn't a tanuki monster. It's just the statue one.
Ooh!
And look, these are just coffee cups. And this right here, it's nothing more than the fox statue.
Ah! Oh, I don't know what I was thinking.
We're probing yokai now, yes. Deep inside of them. Oh, you did it, Apollo. Her extreme fear's under control now.
It was all just my eyes playing tricks on me. There weren't any yokai after all.
See? Clear-cut statement. That's the power of my psychology and your intuition, Apollo. Don't impose my ontological materialism upon others. And just like we thought, there never really were any yokai in the Fox Chamber. Right, there never really were any yokai there. So the defense is asserting the exact opposite of their original assertion. Wait, Jinxie? What about Tenmataro?
There wasn't anyone there dressed up as Tenmataro or any other yokai either. I remember it clearly now.
You've gotta be kidding! Order! Order in the court! I think we just dug our own grave. This is why you ship Justice Ikes. Allow me to push you on in. It's the least I could do. No! Apollo, can I interrupt your freak out for just a minute? I'm still picking up some noise. It's an unexpected emotion. Does that mean Jinxie hasn't remembered everything yet? Exactly. We should be able to get something else out of her. I'll enter the information we have and run an update. Okay. Okay. These look right. Hold on.
I was so scared when I entered the room. My legs gave out and I fell to the floor. There in the Fox Chamber I saw... Ooh! The alderman dead on a table and Papa collapsed in a chair. Nobody else was there, and that includes Tenmataro.
Hold on, what? Hold on. So, this emotion is... This is fear, and this is sadness and fear. And this is surprise and... Yeah, let's go to the end. Because I don't see anything that I wouldn't expect someone to be feeling in that situation. Wait, what am I supposed to do? Try to find the emotions that contradict the statements. So if I find a contradictory emotion, I should point it out. That's right, but it's not just contradictory emotions you should look out for. You should also keep an eye out for sudden changes in emotions' intensity. Ah, I see. Her emotions might get stronger or weaker as you move from statement to statement. It's important to compare how the same emotion changes throughout the testimony. Contradictory emotions and changes in intensity. Alright, give it a shot. Okay. So... Oh, I see. Right, so it's how far out... Hang on, so that's low. That's now... They're both now at the same intensity. Both at the same... No, now she's less... Okay. So these two are the same. So I guess it's going to be one of the statements where... I was so scared when I entered the room. My legs gave out and I fell to the floor, but she doesn't seem very scared there, does she? This mechanic's kind of weird. The amount of fear you felt was rather low despite your legs having given out from fright. Could something have lessened your fear?
Actually, I did experience a sudden burst of courage at that moment.
You did? Oh, where did it come from?
Let me think. Oh, it was Mama. I suddenly felt as if she was there with me.
Alright, I'll enter sudden burst of courage. Now let's see. Ah, look. Okay. Sorry, one moment. Apollo, the noise is all gone. Jinxie seems to have remembered everything now. Oh, good. Okay, good, good.
Bye-bye.
A sudden burst of courage. Now, where could that have come from? Jinxie, was there something that gave you a sudden burst of courage?
Yeah, there was, but, I realised I had done something naughty when I thought about it later.
Any idea what could have given Jinxie that courage? Well, there is one piece of evidence that comes to mind. I wonder if you saw something like it at the scene of the crime. Jinxie, did your sudden burst of courage have anything to do with this? I think the Amazing Ninetales, because the Amazing Ninetales has been like going around beating up yokai. You know, Jinxie likes the Amazing Ninetales, right?
Take that!
Could it have been this?
Huh?
Oh, that's not encouraging. The evidence you presented seems to produce confusion rather than courage. Guess I got that one wrong. Well, if at first you didn't succeed, you know the rest, Apollo. Okay, I overcooked that then, didn't I? She said it reminded her of her mum. Oh, the flower. Yeah, it literally gave me the answer. I overthought that one really quite hard. I was like, oh, the Ninetales mask could have been at the scene, so she's seen that and she's been like, yeah, Fox guy beats up the demons. No, it's literally just a fucking flower.
Take that!
Jinxie, you didn't happen to see a Ninetales flower there at the scene, did you? Attorney's badge always gives courage.
Ah! The demon lawyer strikes again. I can't hide anything from you. I found a small case with a picture of a Ninetales flower in it. I liked it so much I kept it.
You what? You can't remove evidence from a crime scene. That's right, young lady. Removing evidence is a big no-no. Now, the witness will produce said evidence this instant.
Sorry.
It does seem to be some sort of case. Oh, look, something slid out. It appears to be a key. Might I have a look, your boldness? Ah. This is none other than the master key to QB Manor. Are you certain of this, Prosecutor Blackquill? It matches the serial number of the key that went missing after the murder. A master key? That went missing? Why don't I like the sound of that? Our little scamp here has stumbled upon an article of unimaginable consequence. That's a little melodramatic, don't you think? Heed these words, for I shall say them but once. The sole key to the Fox Chamber has been in this little scamp's constant possession. Ergo, she was the sole person who could use it before, during, and after the murder, which leaves the master key as the only other key that could have opened the chamber. But this master key was found in a room that had been locked by this girl. And your point is? Until Jinxie Tenma opened the Fox chamber with her key, the room had been locked tight from the outside world, and there was no one else in there save the victim and his killer. I trust you have figured it out for yourself by now. A killer other than Mayor Tenma himself would be utterly inconceivable. No! That face!
Objection!
Object. How could this happen? Ugh. The defense's assistant will refrain from growling her frustrations. You love how almost every case in a locked room case, and the judge was like, yeah, argument of prosecution makes sense. I mean, yeah, it's kind of whack, isn't it? Athena, you alright? Ugh. I know Mayor Tenma's innocent, but there's nothing we can do. This sucks. Sykes, Dono. Allow me to put you out of your misery. Can I decline your offer? Inconceivable. I do not think it means what you think it does. Abandon your client and your misplaced faith in him. Let the relief of a clear head and a clean conscience come rushing in. That will make the inevitable guilty verdict far easier to accept. Great, now he's playing Simon Says with us. Well, he's not going to fool us with his stupid mind games. Athena, don't fall for his tricks. No, I'm the one who's dazed and confused. I can't even think straight. Hey, you're alright. She fell right into his trap. Apollo will let every single thing shake him. It's just kind of like what he does. Now, I suggest you make a mad dash from the courtroom and into the wild blue yonder. Only by running shall your mind be cleared and your conscience cleansed. Alright, I'll be back in 10. Stay with me, Athena. Don't let yourself be twisted by that samurai. Apollo? Mr. Justice, I heard the word objection, but what is it you object to? Huh? Oh, right. That objection was more of a reflex than anything else. Though, I was hoping something to come to me while I tried to stop Athena. The court is waiting, Mr. Justice, though as it stands now, I'll be forced to declare your client guilty and your legal skills suspect if this is it. Now, do you have anything that could overturn the prosecution's case? Well, actually, I do. I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. Apollo, you do have something more than your cords of steel, don't you? Not really, but we'll be fine. But I've got absolutely nothing. But that's never stopped me before. Imagine a judge IRL saying, I'll be forced to declare your legal skills suspect. I don't need to imagine that. I have seen it happen. Look, if you piss off a judge enough, it wasn't me. All right, I was not the recipient. It was my opponent who had this happen to them. But it was one of the most brutal things I've ever seen. Like, the judge actually summoned my opponent to give an account of why they'd conducted themselves in the way they have done. And it's just like, this person's going to die. They're going to die. The judge is going to devour their flesh and turn them into poo. Absolutely brutal. I have to explain how the real killer could have escaped that locked room. He vented.
A moguls.
It's all over if I don't. Apollo, this calls for a new approach. Try to think outside the box. Or in this case, inside the box. And what a doozy that locked room is too. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have anything that could counter the prosecution's argument? I have safe scumming. I'm very good at it. You bet I do. The real killer must have escaped from the locked room one way or another. Vague conjecture shall only earn you a taste of my blade, Justice Dono. Time to do or die, literally. The defense will now explain how it will be possible to escape the locked room. You sure about this, Apollo? Can you really explain what happened? I'm fine. We just need to think this whole escaping a locked room thing over from the beginning. So, let's see. If the killer had escaped, how could they have done so? The choices are pretty limited. The room has a window, but it doesn't open wide enough for anyone to get through, and there's a sheer cliff outside. As for the air vent, it's up too high, and there's nothing you can stand on to reach it. Oh, and needless to say, the forbidden chamber wouldn't open no matter what we did, so that's out. Yeah, that's why we've got to keep the solution simple. Like they say, simple's best. Well, there goes my idea. We need to rule out all of the absolutely impossible escape routes. Then, whatever's left might just lead us to how the Fox Chamber was compromised. Okay. Your Honor, the defense proposes that the killer escaped through here. This one's a doozy. Hang on! No, no, no fucking way. No, no, you fucking don't. No, you fucking don't. No, you fucking do not. No, 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 no. There's no way. There's no way. There's just no way. They escaped through the door. The hallway door? Well, yes, I suppose that will be the only way out. It would appear you've already forgotten. The only available key until Jinxie Tenma came on scene was within that locked room. How would one exit the Fox Chamber and then lock it without a key? I should have seen this coming. Remember, Apollo, keep it simple. Simple, right. I could understand if the killer had exited the room with the key, but... Well, Mr. Justice, the prosecution has some fine Japanese steel waiting unless you explain yourself quickly. I'm fine. I can explain myself. The reason the Fox Chamber's hallway door was locked was because... Tenma locked it from inside. It locked on its own. The perp locked it from outside. Now. This one's trickier. Hey, Hades, welcome. Yeah, I definitely need to tweak the username settings in the chat. I think that let me just send one with mine. Hold on a second. Yeah, mine's dark blue, so mine's fine as white, but I think you guys... basically, the badges are... subscribers and chatters are green and light blue, respectively. And then moderators, when we get... moderators are going to be... Is that a Persona 5 aesthetic? Not by like, purpose. I've never played Persona. I don't know what it looks like. But yeah, I think the usernames for you guys need to be in like black. Oh no! I mean, if you're not the first person to make the connection there, Hades. Put it that way. It's not just you. I think it's me getting something which looks like something I don't know, and it's like people are like, "Oh, is this so and so?" I was like, "What?" Okay, let's try and work this out. So. The reason the Fox Chamber's hallway door was locked because Tenma locked it from inside, it locked on its own, the perp locked it from outside. Now, let me think about this. So, as far as we know, the key was found inside of the Fox Chamber. Because Jinxie picked it up in there, and she had another key for the Fox Chamber on her person, right? Right? I could understand if the killer had exited the room with the key, but... So, I don't think Tenma's locked it from outside because the keys were both the other key was inside the room. So, then the options then are Tenma locked it from inside. If that's the case, where was Tenma? Or it locked on its own? Now, I know that some doors have auto locks, or some doors will just like lock themselves as soon as they close. So, it's one of these two. But I can't quite work out which of the two. It locked on its own, or Tenma locked it from inside. I mean, if Tenma locked it from inside, Jinxie would have seen Tenma, surely. So I think it has to have locked on its own. However, I have the power. But I have no proof it did. I also have no proof that Tenma locked it from inside. And there's no sign of Tenma... There is sign that Tenma has been in there in the footprints, but Jinxie has not seen Tenma. That's the problem with the top one that I see. I mean, are you suggesting that I should try the top one? Is that the play? Is that the play here? Not really. Ah, oh, God, my head. Right, I'm just gonna scum through. Try it locked on its own. Maybe the door closed accidentally on its own. Okay, it's not that one. So it's not that one. So this one's a doozy. Mayor Tenma locked it himself after the killer fled the scene, just in case the killer decides to return. That would explain why the room was locked. Yes, I see. Then again, wouldn't Mayor Tenma have mentioned that himself? Oh, wait, what? Remember the position of the vent? It'd be easier if they showed you the diagram. Wait, so it's not that one either? What? Hold on, what? Hang on, this doesn't make any sense. The perp locked it from outside? What? Hold on. I don't understand. I cannot make any... I can't make any sense of this. Alright, so they've locked it from the outside then. What if the room was locked from the outside? In other words, the killer took the key through the hallway door, then locked it. Ouch. Consider this. The master key was found inside the tightly locked fox chamber. Any assertion that the key was removed from that room is a blatant contradiction of fact. Exiting the room before locking the door would require taking the key outside. But the key was found inside the room, which does seem like a contradiction. If only we could explain both. So hang on, we had to get the wrong answer. What? My head hurts. Like how the key could be inside the room and be used to lock the door from outside. Well, let's see if the defense can respond before Prosecutor Blackquill draws his sword. How could the master key be at the crime scene despite the room being locked tight? Slipped it in when the door was opened. Threw it in from outside or changed the lock. What? Is this the section which makes people have problems with this case? Was the key thrown through the air duct? That would make the most sense. Was the key thrown in through the air duct? I don't think it could have because it would have made a sound. What? I think we're just going to have to random bullshit go this section, chat, because I can't make any sense of this. It could have made a sound, but there was no one there to hear it. We're going into deep philosophy now. The judge has always been relaxed about prosecutors having weapons in the courtroom. These aren't weapons, it's just his fingernails. Alright, he threw it in from the outside. What if someone threw it into the room from outside? You know, something like... go out the hallway door, lock the room, and then toss the key back in through the window. That would explain how the master key could be inside the locked room. And where would you throw it from? There is a cliff outside the fox chamber's window. Throwing the key in from there is an impossibility. If it gives any comfort, Apollo's going on a whim here. Yeah, but like the game's built on the premise of us having some sort of logical trails for. There's no logic here. This is just pure silly. Oh, right. Ah! I wonder if the key could have been tossed in from somewhere other than the window. Somewhere other than the window. Could the key have been tossed in through somewhere other than the window? This is Safe Scum City, Dio. This is absolute Safe Scum City. From the air duct?
Take that!
The air vent? Yeah, the window might be out of the question, but the air vent's not. Oh, that's right. The fox chamber's air duct leads out into the hallway. That's right. The real killer entered the air duct from the vent outside the fox chamber, then dropped the key into the room through the vent inside the chamber. That's preposterous! Ooh, that explains how the key got in there after it was used to lock the door perfectly. Mr. Justice, I'm afraid I'm a bit confused. Yeah, you and me both, Udgy. Don't worry. I'll explain it so even Your Honor can understand. Did you just bug off a judge? Fucking hell, Apollo. First, the real killer, disguised as Tenmataro, murdered the alderman in the fox chamber. Then, they fled the room through the hallway door and locked it. Next, they entered the air duct from the vent outside in the hallway. Finally, the killer tossed the key into the room through the air vent in the ceiling there. All that was left to do after that was go back through the ducts and flee the manor. The investigation's had a lot of comedy moments, the trial itself is kind of pain so far. Yeah. Well, Your Honor, could that be any clearer? Amazing! Even I could follow that! Oh shit, Hades! Hades! He's been hanging out with no legs! Don't hit us with the hammer! Not really, this point is only pointless difficulty. Okay, fair enough. The judge seems really pleased. That explains everything. The real killer was someone dressed up like Tenmataro. And there was someone else other than the mayor and the alderman in that room. Yeah, it looks like that lawyer's beat the jailbird prosecutor. Well, that was a total turnabout. That massive foreign of his seems so much more attractive now. Order! Order! Order, I say. Now that I've proved a possible third party, I don't see how our client could be guilty.
Silence!
Yes, Daddy. I mean, what? A valiant effort, Justice Dono, but your final thrust missed its mark. Huh? Both that little scamp and the tricksy Tanuki saw the yokai after it left the room. But then what? Did that irksome yokai simply go through the foyer and waltz right out the front door? That's exactly what happened. The killer fled. Ow! But that is impossible. Without being spotted by the foyer security camera, that is. The electric eye here would have captured any pesky little yokai trying to escape. However, there is no sign of Tenmataro anywhere in the security footage. What? Save for the foyer entrance, there is no other way to flee the manor, is there? I don't feel so good. Wait, I believe there is one other way to escape besides the foyer entrance. There's a large window in the foyer. It's possible to escape through there without being seen by the security camera. What, that window there? Hold on. Can you get to it? Oh, this is some Deus Ex level bullshit right here. This is fucking Deus Ex level stupid camera bullshit. They run down the stairs, slip underneath the camera. Whee! A bomb? Hey, you're right.
Silence.
Yes, Daddy. I mean, must I point out every crucial detail to the defense? It seems you lack not only brains, but investigative prowess to boot. That is the cliffside of the manor. The only killer escaping that way would be a dead one. No! Wait, so the killer didn't escape out the foyer window? What the heck, right? Ha! I suppose your next proposal is the killer sprouted wings and flew off into the sunset. Actually, Daddy. Actually. Just maybe. That would mean the killer really was a yokai. If only you had some sort of evidence that could point to a flying killer. Who's saying we don't? As completely far-fetched as it might be. What? You say you can prove the killer could fly? Yes. When's the new Redeem coming out? Let me keep on cooking it. I've been working hard on my creepypastas over the weekend. Oh, the last couple of days. I've got the weekend off, and because it's oh yeah, Hades. Do you notice in the chat window? You see where you put the question mark? It's put a question mark at the end. It highlights when someone asks me a question on Twitch. I don't think it does it for YouTube, but on Twitch, if someone asks me a question, it highlights it for me. That's fucking well cool, isn't it? Don't you think? I thought I was the one with the Cords of Steel. Oh, I can't wait to hear this. Your Honor. What evidence do you have that the killer flew away? This.
Take that!
Take that! Take a look at the special edition paper. You'll be honest, the fact this part is completely unapologetically cocaine levels of logic when the characters are aware it's complete bullshit makes you laugh. I mean, at least you're saying outright this is cocaine logic. You know, I feel a bit less brain damaged when someone else points out that it's cocaine logic. Tenmataro, real or flight of fancy? What does this article prove, Mr. Justice? The photo in that article was taken shortly after the murder. Maybe the yokai in that photo is the killer shortly after they fly out the window. Mr. Justice, you're not seriously suggesting. Oh, I'm serious. I mean, it all adds up. The killer, disguised as Tenmataro, flew away, you know, but somewhere or another.
Silence.
Yes, Daddy. It is your it is your brain that has flown the coop. That image is naught but trick photography or some other form of artifice. Okay, then. How about the Tenmataro figure Mr. Filcher just vanished into thin air? No, there is a rational common sense explanation for that. That infernal yokai our tricksy Tanuki witnessed never reached the entrance. He, or should I say she, turned back before the camera's electric eye. Ow. She? I don't like where this is going one bit. Now, the fact that we know the yokai had come from the Fox Chamber means that it was likely either Mayor Damien Tenma or his daughter Jinxie Tenma. However, we know that Mayor Tenma was already unconscious at that time. Not good. Not good at all. Do you understand the gravity of the situation now, Justice Dono? The falsified yokai remnants and the appearance of Tenmataro were the work of one individual. And that individual is none other than Jinxie Tenma. Uh-oh, Spadudio. Uh-oh. Well. Order! Order! The defense will stop competing for the greatest freak-out ever! The little scamp was, no doubt, simply trying to protect her father. And it's no wonder that her superstitious mind conjured up this mad masquerade. Prosecutor Blackwill's assertion makes perfect sense to me. It's far more convincing than saying the killer escaped by flying out of the window. Did you truly believe this could end any other way? Did we fall right into his trap? What do we do now, Apollo? Our case no longer stands without a real yokai. If only we had one. Bailiff, seize her. Smack her nuts. It is time I interrogated her as the samurai of yore would. Wait. Is he going to do that thing where, like, he ties her hands behind her backs and then puts cinder blocks on top of her knees? Dude, what the fuck? Do that to me instead. Uh-oh. Mayor Tenma? This farce is over. How does it feel seeing your own daughter accused of a cover-up most foul? What you like is how the game's pointing out we're on drugs, neither the judge nor the prosecution trust you. Tenma Taro's true identity is... Now, Mr. Mayor, it would be futile at this point to claim you were the yokai. After all, you would have been knocked out cold by a blow to the skull. Slipping into a yokai costume and roaming about the manor would be all but impossible. Consider this well. As it stands, your daughter will be arrested for obstruction of justice. But if you confess, the prosecution will be willing to overlook her little yokai farce. Confess? The defendant intends to confess? Wait. Apollo! Prosecutor Blackwill's up to his mind games again. Mayor Tenma, no, don't fall for his twisted words. If you're sent away for murder, Jinx will be left all alone. The real killer is... Mayor Tenma's going to confess unless we do something. But I can't prove how the real killer could have flown away. Caw. Look upon me in despair, for ripe is the time for my return. Uh-oh. I should watch what I wish for. I am the steel. I am the sword. I am the other thing that Hackerman says. I don't remember the fucking copy pasta. The end has come. Caw. Foolish mortals. I am Tenma Taro, the yokai you seek. Mayor Tenma? Silence! I am Tenma Taro, freed from the bonds binding me to the Forbidden Chamber. Hand over your balls, I wish to cup them. Behold, the return of the Demon King. What the fuck? Demon King? What? Well then, I think it's time for me to take a vacation. What's going on? The witness, he will explain himself. Are you saying you're Tenma Taro, the yokai I've been chasing this whole time? Indeed, it is I, Tenma Taro, the one who you seek, come to reveal the truth. This child is Tenma Taro, you say? Ha! What nonsense. So, Mayor Tenma is a yokai now? Caw. His body is now mine. So you're saying that Mayor Tenma is being possessed by you? And that's the yokai that Jinxie Tenma and Phineas Filch saw. And the one captured in the newspaper photo, those were all you. The accursed power of these warding charms prevents me from revealing my true form. Hold on, I need to send a screenshot somewhere. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. You off eating? No worries. Hopefully see you in a bit. Oh god. Hold on a minute. Amazing. Okay. Your boldness. Can this not be interpreted as an admission of guilt? Well, a confession by a yokai would be quite unprecedented. Be that as it may, the defense's case has been overturned. What? You claimed the yokai that the little scamp saw was some third party, the true killer. The one who escaped from the locked fox chamber, but it was the accused all along. Ah! Ha 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 ha! Ironic, is it not? Your yokai turned out to be real in a manner of speaking. For the alderman's killer is none other than Mayor Tenma. And the yokai at the scene? That too was Mayor Tenma. Or should I say, our dear Tenma Taro. The pieces have all fallen into place. How so, Prosecutor Blackquill? Prosecutor Sexyman. It seems I must spell it out for you. Mayor Tenma killed the alderman in the fox chamber, which was locked at the time. He then removed the warding charms from the forbidden chamber's door, but then fell unconscious from the blow the alderman delivered to his head. That's when his daughter, Jinxie Tenma, stumbled on the scene of the crime. The little scamp fled in terror, whereupon the spirits of Tenma Taro, freed at last from the charm's warding effect, took possession of the mayor. The newly freed Tenma Taro then fled from the fox chamber. So you see, the yokai Jinxie Tenma saw was her father, possessed by Tenma Taro.
Objection!
That's fucking crazy. But when we arrived on the scene, the mayor was found unconscious. How's that possible if he's supposed to have flown out the foyer window? Then what? Do you mean to say the maid of Kyubi Manor, Jinxie Tenma, was Tenma Taro? Oh. Ah! Caw. That too is easily explained. Flew about for a time, did I, but presently tired, I made for the forbidden chamber. But alas, exhaustion took me unawares in the fox chamber, and I knew no more. It would seem the pieces are still in place. Is Blackquill up to his tricks again? I don't know what to say. Is the defendant a real live? So the rumour about Mayor Tenma was true?
I knew yokai were real. Oh, Hubie.
You mean he really did kill the alderman just so we could release Tenma Taro?
Order! I will bang you with my fucking gavel. I swear fucking down. I was got everyone in the courtroom believing in yokai. It's Simon Says on steroids. He wants to convict our client any way he can, even if it means blaming a yokai. The proverbial ducks are all in a row. You should now have no qualms about finding the accused guilty, your boldness. This is one of the most bizarre cases in my entire career, otherworldly in fact. Can yokai even be prosecuted under our legal system?
Objection!
Mayor Tenma is just pretending to be Tenma Taro to protect his daughter. Plus, I already proved our third party could have escaped from the lock room. A verdict at this point would be premature. Since both sides have raised valid points, I've no choice but to...
Silence!
Oh, yes, Daddy. This is the dark age of law, where defense attorneys are not to be trusted. This is but a ploy to gain time for them to fabricate evidence. How will I sleep tonight? Knowing you will not let the sun rise on the mayor's day of reckoning, Justice Dodo.
Objection!
I won't fabricate any evidence.
Silence!
Oh, yes, Daddy. Look, it's not what it looks like, chap. Fuck off. Then prove it by joining me. A night in the clink will ensure you will not succumb to temptation. How about I just promise not to succumb to anything? We have both evidence and a confession. The killer is this yokai before us. It is beyond dispute. A guilty verdict is all that... Ooh! What's wrong with him? Prosecutor Blackquill, we've had enough of your hijinks. The foundation of justice is fair play, and you are in serious violation of that. What in the devil was that? Foolbright, have you tampered with my shackles in some manner? Ha 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 ha! It seems you have found that quite shocking. It's my special Jonah justice device. Each press is a shocking reminder to behave. You shall pay for this. I, Simon Blackquill. No! Your Honor, you need not fear now. I believe Prosecutor Blackquill will remain on his best behavior. A bit late with the reassurances, aren't we, Detective? Well, in that case... This concludes today's deliberations. The prosecution and defense will use this opportunity to further their investigations. This court is adjourned. Dun dun. I dropped something just now. I don't know where it went. Oh, I see it. Okay, I know where it is. I can get that in a bit. To be continued. Right. I want to try and get through the rest of the investigation on this day. I don't know if we're going to be able to, but we'll try. Like, it's a... Yeah, that would take us up to a couple hours, right? Wait, what? Oh, what? Did I drop out? I thought... Oh, I pressed the wrong fucking button. I wanted to continue. What am I doing? Ah! Okay. 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 Right, so we're back at the office, huh? Welcome aboard, Shorefan. How are you doing? Having a yokai testify in court is unprecedented to say the least. I am Tenmataro, the yokai you seek. How could such a straight-laced man like Mr. Tenma suddenly become a demon? Yeah, it's strange. Even worse, Prosecutor Blackwell's playing along. I can't even think straight anymore. I need to go out for a run. See you in a bit. Yeah, I mean, with Simon Blackwell around, I'm also struggling to think straight. If you know what I mean. This case is a mess, but it's one that's at least comedy-heavy. I mean... Yeah. You know, I can't really dispute that, to be fair. Wait, what about the investigation? Back! Ah! Whoa, whoa! Trucy, welcome back. Oh, you're in your stage outfit. Back from work? Yeah, I've really nailed this new magic trick I've been working on. I also heard about those tricks that are conjured up in court earlier today. You know, the demon out of nowhere trick and Polly's tight restore defense trick. I was seriously considering disappearing out to my own after all that craziness. Ow. Anyway, our next trick is to find a suspect other than the mayor. I know the killer must have used the air duct in their escape. And whoever did this was the Tenmataro that Mr. Filch and Jinxie saw. Right. Maybe there's some evidence in the air duct. The real fight starts now. Hey, before you go, let me make the evidence you no longer need disappear. 3, 2, 1, ta-da! Unnecessary evidence has disappeared into Truce's magic practice. I'm sorry. I can't. I just can't. I'm sorry, that's so stupid. Give me a sec. Should probably change the lemons in this. I wonder where all that stuff goes. Okay, let's get over to the scene of the crime. Vamonos, Apollo, vamonos. I didn't pronounce that right, did I? Alright. April the 18th, QB Manor, Fox Chamber. Detective Fulbright, mind if we search the air duct? Well, since you really are on the side of justice, I suppose I can let you. Plus, my own sense of justice has been called into doubt, so, I wonder if he's been like this ever since the trial. Well, the sense of justice has been beaten to a pulp. It'll probably take a while for him to recover. I sort of feel bad for him, but we have work to do. Let's go get the evidence we need. The air duct is the key. We know the Tenmataro impersonator used it to make an escape. After murdering the old man, the killer left the Fox Chamber through the hallway door. Then, after locking the door from the outside, the killer entered the air duct in the hallway. Finally, the killer dropped the key into the Fox Chamber through the air vent here. Then went back through the air duct and fled the manor. That's how the illusion of no one entering or leaving the locked room was created. Okay. If the killer passed through the air duct, maybe we'll find some evidence there. Yeah, maybe some black feathers or something like that. Well, here's our vent. It's awfully high up. Don't worry, I brought a stepladder. Happy hunting. Is that just... Is that a ladder or a step ladder? Excuse me. How nice of her to volunteer me for the job. Whoa, it's pitch black in here. Well, here goes nothing. There's a thick layer of dust in here. I don't get it. Find anything? Ah, Apollo, what happened? You're covered in dust. Yeah, dust. Lots of dust. So what'd you find? You know how dust collects on something when nobody uses it for a long time? Yeah, like Mr. Wright's desk back at the office. Right. You think it'd be possible to go over that sort of dust without leaving a trail? I seriously doubt it. Wait, you're not suggesting? No one's gone through that duct lately. Kinda looks that way. And if it's true, Mayor Temper's going to be fingered as the killer. Is he now? Mayor Temper's getting fingered, is he? Okay. But... If we don't turn things around quickly... In justice we trust! Okay. Ah! Sorry, Mr. Justice, but it seems your justice was not the most just after all. It is my sense of justice that has prevailed. Ha ha! Detective Fulbright sure seems chipper all of a sudden. And I'm back to my old devastated self. Oh, come on, where's that never say die spirit? Ow! Bring it on, Mr. Lawyer-man, bring it on. Let me suffer in peace. Ha 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 ha! Justice prevails once more. It's not over yet, and besides, kicking someone down is what bad guys do. Ah! Are you calling me a bad guy? Me, Bobby Fulbright, champion of justice? Then how about some information on the investigation? We need some help here. Information? About the investigation? Alright, but I won't have you call me a bad guy ever again. Understood? We did it, Apollo. Yeah, but how long can we keep this up? I can't believe Prosecutor Blackquill would stoop that low. I mean, to pinning the blame on a yokai really wants a conviction at all costs. She could give a yokai a run for its money when she's mad. Yeah, well, I have him writing a self-reflective essay as we speak. I doubt that'll teach him anything. Yeah, he'll probably just write dotard 1,000 times. That whole yokai business is most likely a ploy to win a conviction. Truth is, Prosecutor Blackquill believes Jinxie Temma planted that yokai stuff. Planted it in an effort to protect her father, the real killer. Yeah, right, I'd like to see him prove it. Whoa, calm down. He doesn't have any direct evidence, but we did find this. It was at the base of the cliff just outside QB Manor. Wait, that isn't the stuff Tembatara was supposedly carrying, is it? The one and only. Miss Temba no doubt tossed it over the side of the cliff when she was done. No way. Well, what about Prince? Nope, no Prince, but if she was wearing a costume, there wouldn't be any anyway. Well, Prince or no Prince, it's not going to work in our favour. Sounds like the staff might have belonged to the mansion. But if that's the case... then where in the mansion did Tenmatara get it from? It looks like a giant keyring, doesn't it? Did Prosecutor Blackquill figure out that the victim was the amazing Ninetales? He did indeed. He's a sharp one, alright. One moment, chap. Okay, toot done. Chair seasoned. He figured it out while investigating the municipal merger in the victim's past. The amazing Ninetales sparked the yokai craze and worked against the merger. And Mayor Damien Tenmer is the corrupt politician who murdered that great hero. The amazing Ninetales fans are so angry they even tried to storm the detention center. I don't blame them. I mean, their favourite mass wrestling hero was murdered. They must have been shocked when they found out what happened. Speaking of which, isn't Jinxie also a fan of the amazing Ninetales? Ow!
A wrestler's mark is more precious than his own life. He'd never unmask himself in front of others. But there are matches where wrestlers battle for the right to remove each other's masks. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler can suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself.
She spoke with a passion that only a fan could appreciate. We ought to become famous fans ourselves and go protest in front of the prison. What? No! Did you forget that Mayor Tenma is not only Jinxie's father, but our client? Oh, yeah. You be careful now. You're defending the most hated mayor in history. I just hope you don't find yourself on the wrong end of a figure 4 leg lock. Welcome back, Ara. Daddy said silence to us a bunch of times and we're very moist right now. Maybe I should wear a mask to hide my identity. Are there any other new developments we should know? Now that you mention it. Our suspect is suffering partial memory loss, but he did manage to remember something. He did? What did he say? He said he didn't want to speak with us. His exact words are, I am under no obligation to speak with you mortals. Uh-oh. And other things of that nature. I wonder what Mayor Tenma remembered. Ow. He's throwing things at my head now. Too bad you can't go asking him, because Prosecutor Blackquill's busy questioning him. Ah, no. Why don't you wait down at the playground with the rest of the kids? Haha. What now, Apollo? How about regrouping back to the agency? Good idea. We might get some words of wisdom out of Mr. Wright while we're there. Okay, back to the agency it is. No, I like this. I like this. Look, no more going from here to here to here to here to here. We're here. We can just go straight there. Chef kiss. Maybe I'll go read over some past cases. And I'll go do some research on exorcisms. Hey, what's with you guys? You seem bummed out. How should I put this? It's like we're at the edge of a cliff and the only way is down. In other words, business as usual, right? Yeah, I suppose so. Except this time it's like we're bound and gagged too. Don't forget blindfolded with our ears plugged up. Oh, monsters at every turn, huh? Sounds rough. Hey, Apollo. Oh, and Athena's here too. Oh, Mr. Wright. How goes the investigation, Apollo? Athena? I think it's safe to say that things have gotten hairier than before. Really? What happened? Objection! Your attorney's badge, huh? I used to show mine to everyone too. Why? You know, I never really thought about it. But I can ask you the same question. Me? Well, I guess you could say I show it because there's someone to show. I was watching the two of you this morning from the gallery. That was one tough day in court, to say the least. I know. I've never had to defend a yokai before. Hold on, this face looks familiar. That business about the locked room was another major hurdle. The game is self-aware. That business about the locked room was another major hurdle. Yeah, and on top of that, Jinxie was accused of being an accomplice. But at least you figured out how someone could have escaped the locked room. Yeah, well, we just found out that our reasoning might be a tad, flawed. Oh, really? Well, that's, How are we going to get out of this one? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Force a smile? Yeah, my mentor taught me that back when I was still learning the trade. She also taught me to return to the basics whenever I got stuck. Return to the basics? That's right. Always believe in your client, no matter what happens. That is a lawyer's greatest and most trusted weapon. The basics? Always believe in your client, huh? So, Mr. Wright, how long have you known Athena? I met her during a trip to Europe. Hmm? You were in Europe? Why haven't I heard about this before? Yeah, I went there a few times to study the various legal systems over there. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I thought you worked as a pianist after you quit practicing law. I did. An old friend of mine needed help with some legal work from time to time, so Oh, I guess you were never very far from the courtroom then. It was like fate brought us together. It's thanks to Mr. Wright that I became a lawyer at all. Friend, he said. Oh. So it was like this, huh? It was like that. I understand. I understand. Yeah. They were having fucking massive amounts of sex. Beautiful. Beautiful. I knew she was loyal material from the moment I met her. And I have high hopes for her ability to analyse people's emotions. Oh, it's nothing special. That fucking face! Don't you fucking dare, Alice. Don't you fucking dare. Maybe I've underestimated the analytical psychology of hers. It's just, I thought if my special ability could help defend innocent people, then I had to do everything in my power to bring it to the courtroom. That's when I really started hitting the books hard. I'm still amazed she actually became a lawyer. And at the tender age of 18, no less. Wow, it's almost superhuman. Or personal, like she's trying to help somebody she knows. I get it. Because she knew Blackquill. And he's obviously in very big trouble because he's a convict. So, Athena's trying to help him, is she? Okay. Why? Why is she trying to help him? That's the question, isn't it? I got nothing. Not yet, anyway. We'll come back to that. Alright. I'm totally pumped up after talking to you, Mr. Wright. It's like you said, the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. And don't forget to return to the basics whenever you get stuck. Keep believing in my client. Right. Mr. Wright. Yeah? I'm gonna go visit our client again. I think it's a good idea. Alright, time to see what's new down at the detention centre. Mayor Timber, we want to talk to you about something. Kasha! Ah! Caw. So, my minions have returned. Apollo, he still thinks he's a yokai. I wonder if we'll ever be able to talk to Mayor Timber again. Silence, peddler of the legal trade. Free me from these imprisoning walls with great haste. Wow. He's sounding more and more like a real demon with every sentence. One thing this game does better is that you don't get as often lost wondering what to do. Yeah, it's a bit more directed. I can see why some people wouldn't like that so much, but at the same time, it's kind of nice. Still, we can't let Mayor Timber stay possessed, you know what I mean? If you can clear me of these charges, I shall help in whatever manner I may. Now ask of me what you will. I suppose it's worth a shot. That is so terrifying. This is a wizard about to cast testicular torsion. Tell me I'm wrong, chat. He's about to cast testicular torsion on us. He probably knows men butt crack as well. Oh no. Actually terrifying. Good grief. He plays very well the role of a demon, like he's used to playing a role. Yeah. Like he's a wrestler himself. He's fiddling the ball right now. He is. Were the feathers and tracks at the scene of the crime really your doing? Indeed, the remnants of Temataro, king of the underworld they be. The day when I once again dominate the mortal worlds at hand. Caw. He's about to cast a forbidden spell like deprotonation. What's protonation? Is that like some sort of medical term I should know? The prosecution claims the feathers and tracks were planted by Jinxie. What's this? I must breach these walls and go defend my little Jinxie at once. Mayor Timber, is that you? Well now, Damien appears to still reside within this body, but I should have expected as much from a descendant of mine. Be silent now, Damien. I guess a little thing like demonic possession wakes up a father's love for his daughter. You didn't kill Alderman Cuby, did you? In chemistry, protonation or hydrogenation is the adding of a proton or hydron or hydrogen cation, usually denoted by H+, to an acid molecule or ion, forming a conjugate acid. The complementary process when a proton is removed from Brunstad-Lowry acid is deprotonation. Some examples include these nuts! I have killed no one. The remnants of my presence have been misconstrued. The murderer is not I. For if I had slain that morsel, raging hellfire would have consumed him, leaving naught but ash. So you're saying there must have been somebody else there? Come to think of it, the mayor had mentioned that he'd been clubbed with this statue. I better ask about this too. Detective Fulbright mentioned that you might have something new to tell me. Indeed I have. I regurgitated this key but a short while ago. Behold, the key to the Forbidden Chamber. Whoa! Is regurgitation when he demonic... Bah! I do not waste my powers in such parlor tricks. Take the key from the killer to Damien, whereupon he swallowed it. He sought to bar the killer entry to the Forbidden Chamber. So he wanted to keep it shut tight. But no fingerprints shall you find upon that key. How'd you know that? Wait, is that another one of your demonic powers then? Foolish mortal, you would have me tend Batorag to some asinine alchemist. I but asked the jailer and my will was done. Quite eagerly, I must add. Caw, 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 caw.
Always not to serve you, malevolence.
Guess I'm not the only one he scares the living daylights out of. Can we ask how you use this key? We couldn't find a keyhole anywhere in or around the door. Curse that infernal door. But if I'd known its manner of opening long, long ago, would I have made my return. He has a point there. Maybe Jinx knows something about how the whole thing works. Okay. So we have the Forbidden Chamber key. We need to ask him about the club as well, don't we? What I ask is that? This statue was found at the scene. Someone hit Mayor Tenma over the head with it. It had been wrapped in a large cloth before the alderman's murder. Let me see whether Damien knows about such a thing. Yes. Something wrapped in just such a cloth does he recall. A secret gift from Alderman Cuby, it would seem. He, however, had not a chance to see it till now, for the cloth did conceal it. Maybe the cloth fell off was removed after the mayor was struck. Of that Damien does not know. A secret gift, interesting. Maybe Jinxie knows something about it. I should question him about the blackmail letter too. I'll see what he says when I show it to him. It is very handholdy. Like, it's very handholdy compared to the previous games, but I get the feeling that, like, the previous games didn't do a great job of directing you with what you need to. There were a lot of times I wound up just not knowing what the hell I should do. This is kind of a welcome change of pace. Why this? This is that accursed blackmail letter that was sent to Damien. Apparently someone has slipped into the alderman's pocket. We believe someone, probably the killer, stole it from Mayor Tenma's briefcase. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Caw, 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 caw. You have questions, do you? Very well. Ask away, mortal. Okay. Who placed this in the alderman's pocket? Very few were they who knew the letter was in Damien's briefcase. So whoever knew about the blackmail letter being the mayor's briefcase is a potential suspect in its theft and placement in the alderman's pocket. Yeah, Hades, I think that the analogy I'll use here is it's the Skyrim problem. So you remember how in Morrowind you never had decent directions, it was always just bullshit. And you had to just kind of flail around wildly in the dark until you found where you were going. And then Skyrim came in and it's like, go to this quest marker. Go to walk around, yeah, but you're always directed where you need to go exactly. Like pinpoint directions like that. It's kind of the same with this in a way. Could it have been his doing? Mr. Mayor, Mr. Taro, did you just remember something?
Indeed I did. There was but one other who knew that letter. Damien's aide, Florent Lebel. Full knowledge of that briefcase's contents did that aide possess.
Then he may be the blackmail and the murderer we're looking for. It's back on the best of rhythm in Spirit of Justice. Okay, fair enough.
That is preposterous. He's a most trusted advisor. He would never betray Damien.
Hey, it seems like Mayor Tenma's a bit too trusting of these around him. Still, this is huge. Now we know who might have slipped that blackmail letter into the Alderman's pocket. Look out, Florent Lebel. Here comes justice. We're gonna fucking nail this French asshole. Let's go find Mr. Lebel and rake him over the coals. Thanks for the help. You've just given us a major lead. Okay. Overcorrect is the correct word. Yeah, I think I'd agree there. There's still something that bothers me. If Mr. Lebel is the killer, what could have motivated him to open the Forbidden Chamber? We should probably search it for clues. Only one problem. How do you open a locked door that doesn't have a keyhole? Let's go talk to Jinxie. Maybe she can help. Wait, hold on. That's a tuning fork. That's a tuning fork. You gotta go, Hades. No worries, no worries. Thank you for swinging by. Hopefully I'll catch you around next time as well. I'm probably going to stream something tomorrow. I don't know what yet. I haven't planned for the weekend, but yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. And if we don't see you before we finish up the stream, take care and hopefully see you again soon, yeah? But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. And if you're off for dinner, make sure to have a nice steak and ale pie. Oh, I like a nice pie, I do. Right, so we need to go to find... We need to go and find the aid, don't we? The foyer? Nope. The Fox Chamber? Nope. Yokai Lane? There we go. Okay. Alright. Hey, isn't that... It's Jinxie. She's drunk.
You dare imprison me.
Jinxie. She's acting really strange.
That loathsome no-good nine-tailed fox. He shall know the terror that is mine in despair. You shall pay. Oh, you shall pay dearly. All of you.
Jinxie, you're right.
Oh, is that you, Mr. Demon Lawyer?
Morning, Jinxie.
Morning, isn't it already past noon? What am I doing here? Last I remember, I lay down to take a nap back at the manor. Oh no, it must have been the Makaragaishi.
Makaragaishi?
Ever wake after a restless night's sleep to find your pillow in an unusual place? Or that you've been sleeping on the floor or in the hallway? Well, it's that yokai's fault. The Makaragaishi preys on people when they're asleep.
It sounds like you just need to be tucked in really tight. Maybe a snug sleeping bag. Jinxie, how come you don't have any charms on your forehead?
I don't? Oh, they must have fallen off. Without them, evil things can creep into me.
I'd say we had a more than adequate demonstration of that just now.
I better reapply them.
Jinxie, there's something we wanted to ask you.
Oh, there's something I wanted to tell you too. I remembered something else.
You did? What was it? What do you think she remembered? Jinxie, can you tell us what you remembered?
Well, after the trial I remembered lots of stuff. But there was one thing I thought was really weird.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but here goes. Really? What?
It's about the yokai feathers and tracks. They weren't there when I first opened the door.
Wait, what? Are you sure?
Uh-huh. My memory's crystal clear now.
So you're saying they were left at the crime scene after you found it? This could spell major trouble, Apollo. Why? because Jinxie is already accused of leaving the feathers and tracks at the scene. If they weren't there when she discovered the crime scene, it'll totally fuel the claim that she fabricated the evidence later on. Jinxie's fuzzy memory of the whole incident is really working against us. The prosecution will probably say she doesn't remember planting the evidence. Good luck rebussing that. Oh man, this is not good. I sure hope she didn't plant the evidence while she was sleepwalking or something. Okay. Jinxie, you wouldn't happen to know how to open the Forbidden Chamber, would you? That door doesn't even have a keyhole.
Well, it's supposed to have a secret mechanism. They say you have to figure it out before the keyhole will appear.
A secret mechanism? Really?
Uh-huh. It's hidden in the Fox Chamber. But only Alderman QB knew what it was and how it works.
The Alderman of Ninetails Vale sure loved his secrets. Apollo, let's go see if we can find that secret mechanism. Whoa, slow down. There's something else I need to ask about. Jinxie, is there only one key to the Forbidden Chamber?
Uh-huh. Even the Manor's master key won't open it. That's because it's a very special room that must never be opened.
It's Alderman QB's goon room? Ask her about the present from Mayor Tenma. Understood. Yeah, so the Forbidden Chamber is like, it's Mayor QB's goon room. It's where he just goons all day. Guess that means nobody entered the Forbidden Chamber after the murder. After all, we know that Mayor Tenma took the key from the killer and swallowed it, so... So the Mayor's efforts to keep the killer out of the Forbidden Chamber were not in vain. Okay. So we wanted to present it with this.
Alderman QB made that statue. It's a token of goodwill. I think it was meant to be for Ninetails Vale and Tenma Town.
A token of goodwill, but the two yokai are fighting.
Fighting? Oh, I see what you mean. The cup portion is missing. This statue originally depicted the two yokai holding up a cup in celebration. It sure doesn't look that way now, does it?
Maybe it broke when it was used to hit Mayor Tenma on the head.
That would explain it. I guess the only two people who knew what it really looked like were the Alderman and I. Now it's just me, but its symbol of goodwill will be forever etched in my mind.
Okay. So, is there anything else we should know about Jinxie?
No, that's about it.
Oh, the magic cock ring's throbbing. Oh boy. Jinxie, you wouldn't happen to be... In justice we trust! Ah! 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 Detective Fulbright, what are you doing here? I have business with this young lady, if you must know. Prosecutor Blackquill has asked me to question her.
Question me? Sorry, not interested.
Are you here to ask about that whole yokai affair? That's right. Specifically, we want to ask... Ah, but I can't tell you that now, can I? Ha 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 ha. Oh, come on, please. We're partners in justice, right? No, no. Prosecutor Blackquill specifically told me my questions were of the utmost justice. I will not fall for your lies. In justice we trust. The Twisted Samurai sure has him on a short leash. It's kind of like he keeps on saying in justice we trust, but is he trusting injustice? Is he trusting the word injustice? I feel like that's not a coincidental play on words. I can't put my finger on why. They don't sit right with me.
So you're not a ghost, maybe some sort of urban troll then?
Now, come along, Miss Tenma. To the station with you. He took her away. Missed my chance to see what she was lying about. Well, at least we found out there's a secret mechanism for opening the chamber. Let's go check it out. I just hope they'll let us in now. Okay. Uh-oh.
Oh, what an absolutely fabulous sound. I'm so glad I had these calculations imported from England. Nothing but the finest indeed. Perhaps I should take pleasure aside for a dearly departed alderman.
Hey, it's Mr. LaBelle. Paul, let's ask him about you know what. Oh yeah, before we search the Fox Chamber, we should ask about the blackmail letter.
Why, if it isn't the most little lawyers, what do you want with moi?
Oh, there's something we wanted to ask. What the fuck? Where's that ring coming from?
You ought to excuse moi.
What?
Alors, le ball here.
Those are mobile phones. What the? Those things on your shoulders are cell phones.
Oui, about that, you must forgive moi. This early battle with Martin Ma has been a complete nightmare.
Where'd you buy clothes like that?
Surprised! This is my own special design. It's the ultimate in functional beauty.
Functional beauty? You sure about that? Looks a bit unwieldy to me. Ah!
You simply don't have an eye for beauty.
If having an eye for beauty means looking like this guy, I'd rather be blind.
Sir, what do you want with moi?
Plap, 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 get presented, get presented, get presented.
What is that?
It's the blackmail letter, but it wasn't sent to Alderman QB. It was sent to Mayor Tenma.
And? Your point blank?
Someone took the letter from the mayor's briefcase and then placed it in the alderman's pocket after he was murdered.
Oh, you don't say.
You wouldn't happen to be the one who made the switch, would you? After all, you're the only one who knew that the blackmail letter was in his briefcase. So naturally... Ow!
Perhaps that shot of Cologne will make the scars fall from your eyes.
Will make my eyes fall from their sockets. Jesus.
Is it possible that you would like to throw me as a potential suspect? What would make you write such an outrageous allegation in the first place?
How's my French accent, by the way? I think it's pretty good. Oh, well.
My only crime is being born as beautiful as I see here.
You reserve your judgment. I think you're just jealous that an Englishman is speaking your own mother tongue better than you are.
In other words, you have nothing. No, let me show you what to do with this garbage.
Ah, you can't destroy evidence like that.
What do you mean I can't? I just did. Feeling a little lighter now.
You've just won a one-way trip to the top of my most annoying people ever list, buddy. It's just straight up fucking gone. Did you see Tenmataro? Both Jinxie and Mr. Filch said they saw Tenmataro. But what about you, Mr. LaBelle? If you were in the foyer, why didn't you see... Ah!
Oh, very well, I admit it. That's right. Oh, damn it. Oh, Florent LaBelle saw the demon Tenmataro.
So he did see something. Then why'd you lie about not seeing him?
I was simply trying to protect dear little Jinxie.
Protect Jinxie? What do you mean?
Why, don't tell me you have an ear of that strange little habit of ears.
Which one are we talking about?
The one where she wanders around making mischief without knowing what she is doing. Now, as if she's possessed by Tenmataro.
That one's new to me.
Well, there you have it. Only time you hear about the Tenmataro sighting. Little Jinxie should be your prime suspect.
Tell us more about the rumor. He's... Oh, okay. So, what was that rumor about Jinxie?
The sash is possessed, not all the time occurs. It eats suddenly, then she starts around doing strange things.
Is that so? Although, come to think of it.
That loathsome, no-good, nine-tailed fox, he shall know the terror that is mine in despair.
That certainly would explain how she was acting earlier.
Wow, she even put on a tomato costume and wandered around the woods at night.
She did. That's a concern. Bit scary. Oh, I wish I'd never asked. Does she remember anything while she's possessed?
Unfortunately, no. She does not seem to remember a scene during those episodes.
Oh, memory loss during possession.
Come to think of it, her memory of the murder scene was quite fuzzy. I suppose that too was caused by her possession.
Ah, then maybe.
So you do understand that all yokai business was entirely of her own making.
No, wait a minute. Although, that yokai evidence wasn't there until after she discovered the crime scene. Did she leave those black feathers and strange tracks there herself? Apollo, let's ask me a temper about Jinxie's episodes the next time we talk with him.
Are we done with your silly questions now? I'm a very busy man, you know.
I guess that's it for now.
Oh, Libel speaking. You wish to carry my new product at your store? Oh, but I'm afraid it's my private brand. It's not available to the public. Well, then I shouldn't advertise it on TV, but I don't understand. As the embodiment of beauty, it is my duty to announce my good looks to the world.
Stop the bus, I'm getting off.
Everyone wants my exclusive Je suis le beurre brand products. It's the crown jewel of my collection, born of my long, ruthless pursuit of beauty. But now it's become so popular, it's been an absolute nightmare.
You don't say. You're certain which town this guy's coming from, at least. Which one?
Well, they can't have it. It's us for me.
He reeks of Paris. Okay.
It's not meant for you peasants.
Peasants?
This is my latest product. I'm calling it Collier Mille Bar. It does lean air color that you can wash out with just water.
Guess that means you can't sweat.
I have 7 colors in all. You can find out more in my commercials and magazine ads.
Yet it's not available to the public. Great sales strategy there, genius. Come to think of it, Mr. LaBelle. Your hair colour's changed since the last time we met.
Oh! The little lady has quite the discerning eye. Here's a little sample. Consider it a gift from one who totally appreciates beauty.
Oh, Apollo, what should I do? Better take it before you get a face full of cologne. Good point. Wow, thanks, Mr. LaBelle. Okay, let's over to the Fox Chamber. We've still got to find the secret mechanism for opening the Forbidden Chamber. I've got a good idea as to how it's going to work. Okay, let's find that secret mechanism for opening Forbidden Chamber. Oh, this is so exciting! I can't wait to see how it works. But you really think the killer entered the Forbidden Chamber? We'll just have to open it to find out. We should also see if there was anywhere the killer could have hidden this room. Okay, let's get started. Whatever the fuck that says, Apollo. Whatever the fuck that says. The fuck was that word? What? There's no way that's a real word. There's no way French is a real language. I'm sorry, that's... No. No. You'd say Spanish or Portuguese. Oh. Oh, Kansas, I apologize. Definitely need to change the lemons. Now, let's cook. This looks like a tuning fork. I apologise for the Spanish or Portuguese, not for the French. Look. 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 Oi, look. Look. I'm English. I'm English. Right? It is my sworn national duty to dunk on France. Just as it's France's sworn national duty to dunk on me. You know? I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Okay, so... It's your sworn national duty to throw stuff at my face. Yeah. So... I'm just trying to think. There's a secret method to opening that door. Right. Now, I thought that the key looks like a tuning fork. You know those things like you hit it and it makes a noise? I'm looking for something to hit it against. Unless... Still no keyhole, huh? Yeah, the door won't budge, just like the spiky bangs of yours. Well, all it takes is some water, but I don't think that would work on the door. Oh, I know. I'll break it down with the body slam. I seriously doubt you could do that. Huh. How'd you know if I haven't even tried? No, wait, don't. Ah! As much as you hate losing, Athena, I think the door would win this match. Okay. So... Maybe the killer hid under this table. That would be a terrible hiding place. The older one's body would have been right above. Maybe you're right. Guess the underside's a bit... Wait, there's something under the table. Let's check it out. Ah. Hey, look. There's something down here. It looks like a piece of something. The only question is a piece of what? Oh, I know. It might be a piece of this statue. Remember what Jinxie said? The statue originally depicted two yokai holding up a cup. It was a symbol of goodwill. So this piece broke off and rolled under the table. Fox and demon statue, okay. That was useful. There's a carving of the nine-tailed fox over the door and statues of him on either side. The way those two statues are glowing, it's like they're guarding the door from us. Come to think of it, there are two foxes on the folding screen as well. It can't be a coincidence, can it? That's a clue. Hey, this statue moves. Don't get carried away now. I mean, who knows? It might trigger a trap. Ha! I can handle it. If a spear comes shooting my way, I'll snatch it out of the air. After all, I have the reflexes of a regular karate kid. I guess if you can catch something that fast out of midair, you can accomplish anything. Still, there might be something to the fact that these fox statues rotate. Maybe there's something around here that shows the position they should be in. That's the screen then, huh? Oh, it's just like that Resident Evil puzzle. So how do we rotate them? The tuning fork was an overcook. Well, it was a fun theory. Two foxes standing back to back are depicted on this elegant folding screen. Could this have something to do with the keyhole? Wait a minute. Two foxes. There are two fox statues in front of the Forbidden Chamber as well. Who would have thought it? Maybe the keyhole will appear if we do something to this folding screen. I don't see anything unusual about it. Well, it does have two foxes on it and there are two fox statues in front of the door. Then maybe there's a clue somewhere in this room. Let's turn the whole place upside down. She's as excited as a kid in a candy store. Well, I can't think of anywhere else to look. You find anything, Apollo? We'll never find the keyhole to the Forbidden Chamber at this rate. There's something about that folding screen. You know how those fox statues in front of the Forbidden Chamber move? That screen might be a clue as to how we're supposed to position them or something. Hey, I bet you're right. Let's go over that screen with the fine-tooth comb. We've already done it. On closer inspection, I think there's more to this screen than meets the eye. Let's check every last inch of it. I can rotate the folding screen with... Okay. If I spot anything of interest, I can press space on it to inspect it further. You can also zoom in and out with B&M to get a better look. Let's check every last inch of it. Hold on. Oh, I see. It's a picture of a key. That shape looks awfully familiar. Oh, I know. It's shaped like the Forbidden Chamber's key. We're definitely getting warmer. Okay, let's take an even closer look. What's this? Looks like a keyhole or something. You think it could be the keyhole to the Forbidden Chamber? Wait, what about that key drawn on the end of the screen? You think the two are related? A key and a keyhole. Oh, I just got an idea. If we fold up the screen right now, the key and keyhole should overlap. Hey, I think you're right. Let's give it a try. Ah, they have to face towards each other. Look, a door. Yeah, and it's open too. The two foxes are now facing each other, so... Hey, what if we made those fox statues face each other? Let's do it. Apollo, let's go check out the two statues. Yes, ma'am. Okay, help me with the two statues so they face each other, just like on the screen. Look! A lock appeared. Now we can use that key. Alright, here goes nothing. It's a goon room. It works. Yeah, they could have let us do that, to be honest. Time to see where this chamber's so forbidden. What secrets could it hold, I wonder? Legions of jars. Nendoroids in jars everywhere. And a Gorgura Dakimakura. These doors need some serious oil. Ah! Looks like nails on a chalkboard. Oh, right. Forgot about those super good ears of yours. Look, more feathers. Ah! What the heck is that? Is that a Tembataro statue? But there's something odd about it. All I know is I don't like it, but I can't explain why. You okay, Athena? You look kind of pale. You're not scared, are you? What? This thing? Don't make me laugh. Really? Hey, look. What? What is it? Over there on the left, there's a bunch of staves on that rack. They kind of look like the stuff we saw earlier. You mean the one Jinxie said she saw Tembatara carrying? Yeah, I bet our Tembatara impersonator really did come here at some point. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's search the place. Looks like a gravestone or something. It reads, "Here lies Tembataro, aged 80. Cause of death? Choked on a chicken bone." Saying it so. Besides, that sounds more like an autopsy report than an epitaph, if you ask me. Wait, you're joking around because you're scared? Is your coping mechanism? I'm not scared. Freak Out Central, right here, baby. Cut it out, widget. You're not as strong in this one. Whoa, that's one big statue. It must be something like 15 feet tall. And look, this Tembatara has a staff. But the Tembatara in the scroll didn't have one. I wonder why. I feel like this could be a significant thing, but why? Let's take a closer look. First, to go around this table here. Ah! Apollo, you sure that's a good idea? Hey, it looks like there's some sort of compartment in the base of the statue. Don't open it! Who knows what might be in there? It's a goon room. Everything's a goon room. It's just a big empty compartment. And from all the dust and cobwebs, I'd say it hasn't been opened in a really long time. That's enough, Apollo. Let's shut it in. Wait, there is something in here. Looks like some sort of figure. But it's so dusty, I can't tell what it's supposed to be. I wonder what it's doing here. Okay. Hey, there's a bunch of staves here. Looks like one's missing. The Tembatara Jinxie saw must have taken it. The upside down doesn't look French. Sorry, Zach, I've only just seen that in YouTube chat. I got so hyper-focused on my investigation. Why do you think there's so many here? Maybe they're spares. Tembatara might be absent-minded or something. But the fact that he has spare staves handy, well, it shows that he's aware of his faults and he's trying to deal with them. Or at least that's my take on it. Maybe this will remind her to deal with her own faults. But I won't hold my breath. It's like an old scroll. There's something drawn on it. Unless I'm mistaken, it looks like an old guy. Some sort of monk, maybe. A monk? What are you talking about? You know, people that take walks in the mountains as a form of spiritual training. Wouldn't that just be a hiker? The guy in this picture doesn't look like he's doing this for fun, Athena. Oh, look, there's some yellow things strapped to his back. Whoa! It's turning into Tembatara! What's this scroll getting at? Is this how Tembatara was born? Well, whatever it is, it's definitely creepy. And then... what's this? Whatever it is, the packaging is really gaudy. And the fact that there's no dust on it means it hasn't been here very long. Oh! It's hand cream! Let's see what brand it is. When she was standing in the middle of the rooms, it looks like Athena has horns. It really does, doesn't it? Je suis Labelle? Labelle? But then, wouldn't that mean Mr. Labelle was here? I guess so, but why? Well, whoever was dressed up like Tembataro must have taken a staff from here in the forbidden chamber. And that same person probably dropped this hand cream at that time. In other words, the Tembataro impersonator we're looking for is none other than... Florent Labelle. Florent, my balls. This might be a big break for us in court tomorrow. Now all we have to do is get the truth out of me, Temma. Okay. And then there's the feathers. Black feathers. They look exactly like the ones in the fox chamber. That means the killer must have been in here at some point. The question is, why? Maybe the Tembataro costume was hidden in here. I mean, If someone carried it in through the manor, it would have stuck out like a sore thumb. But when did the killer get in here? The mayor snatched the forbidden chamber key when the killer hit him on the head. That means the killer could have only got in here before the murder. Wow, this is one tough riddle, alright. A stone lantern. Like those Japanese garden lamps. Where's the switch? Lamps like these are lit by fire, not electricity, so there's no switch. Oh, here it is. What? It was hidden out of sight. I see Tamatara's cell has been outfitted with all the amenities a yokai could want. Oh. Oh, look. There's an air vent here, too. I guess even forbidden chambers need proper ventilation. But I don't think anyone could reach this one either. Yeah, there's nothing standing around here. I wonder where this vent leads. Well, the Fox Chambers vent didn't branch this way, so maybe it doesn't have anything to do with this case after all. Guess that about wraps it up. What now? We should probably talk to some of the witnesses again. You mean like Mr. Filch and Jinxie? Yeah, I really want to ask Mr. Filch about the village superstition in Tamataro. Okay. Let's get him nailed.
It's the curse of Tamataro. You outsiders who ignore them superstitions are peril. Mind your own business, will you?
He's taking Widget! Ah! And the bracelet! Ah, what's all this about? A curse?
Tamataro's gonna curse us all unless you stop sticking your nose where it don't belong. Stop the investigation. Listen to what them superstitions say.
Right, how about obeying the law before you go obeying the superstitions?
Huh?
Hey, what are you doing with Widget around your neck? He's mine. You know better to go around stealing people's stuff like that. The same goes for my bracelet.
Sorry. I promise I won't do it again.
He's going to do it again. He always kidnapped my sweet little Widget.
The big jack. I'm sorry.
He's not sorry. Guess you can't teach an old raccoon dog new tricks. As long as we have him here, I guess we should ask him about what happened. Can't believe you did that. It's one thing to steal a pair of shoes, but to steal Widget.
Mercy. I can't seem to control myself. It's that thieving blood running in my veins.
Thieving blood? What's that supposed to mean?
Glad you asked. The infamous bandit Oski Kozo is my grandpappy. Take a gander at this.
What exactly am I looking at? Looks like another one of those yokai to me.
It's none other than the Oski Kozo, robbed from the rich to give to the poor, he did. And he'd leave one of these figures at the scene of the crime. Once more, I'm his grandson, excuse my grandpappy.
Wow, you don't say.
Thieves' honor, it's the honest truth.
Ah,
the sloshing sound of Oski being scraping together in the dead night. It's the magical sound of dirt and money getting washed clean for giving out to the poor. I'm Oski Kozo, washer of money, giver out of wealth, reborn.
Forget the money. You should be washing yourself with this nasty habit. Wait a second. This figure looks familiar. Yeah, it looks just like the old dusty figure we found in the Forbidden Chamber.
Hey! What are you doing with that there figure?
Oh, this. We found it in the Forbidden Chamber. Looks like it had been there practically forever.
Oh, could mean my grandpappy broke into the Forbidden Chamber way back. Hey, that reminds me. He once told me there's treasure in that there chamber.
Treasure? Tell me about the treasure. What do you know about the treasure in the Forbidden Chamber?
Oh, it's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure out there.
Something amazing in there? Didn't see anything like that, though. Your grandfather didn't by any chance already steal it, did he?
Seeing as how there one of his figures in there, it just might be. That grandpappy for you. Bet he'd wash that treasure up real good before he handed it out to the poor.
Oh, of course, because he was so righteous. In court, you mentioned seeing Tembatari near the scene of the crime.
Sorry I didn't come clean right away. But them superstitions got the better of me.
The people in Ninetales Vale sure seem like a superstitious bunch. I'm not surprised you wouldn't want to talk about seeing Tembatari.
Darn right! Them superstitions scare me out of my wits, I tell you. That's why I'm going to do exactly what they say from now on.
So you're planning on staying here in Ninetales Vale?
Yep. I'm going to keep living right here and keep it the old ways, just like Grandpapa did. Them superstitions like a rulebook to me.
Wait, so you're saying you actually believe in those old wives' tales?
Hey, you been listening to a word I said?
You're going to do exactly what the superstitions say? Well, I say that's baloney. Do not gaze upon Tembatari. Do not tell others if you've seen him. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There is one way to save it. Immediate departure from the village.
Take that!
It's clearly written right here. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village.
Ah!
So according to this, you shouldn't even be here, let alone talking with us. You said you plan on staying right here in Ninetales Vale. But if you really believed in the superstitions, you would have been long gone by now.
Oh!
I know you've been lying to me. Time to come clean, Mr. Filch.
Yipes!
Da-da-da-da-da-da. You were lying about believing in the superstitions, weren't you? Doodly-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Sorry, but I didn't have no choice.
So what's the real reason why you couldn't talk about seeing Tembatari?
It's all that pretty boy's fault, Mr. Old Bell, if you know what I mean. He told me not to say a word about seeing Tembataro. Said if I did, he said what happened.
So it was Mr. LaBelle who muzzled you. Why would Mr. LaBelle want to scare you into silence?
Mr. LaBelle's trying to protect that pretty maid gal. It was on account of that rumor, the one about her being possessed.
The rumor again, huh? I guess we really do have to talk to Mayor Temmer about the possession rumor.
What did you steal?
Hey, watch it! Village superstition stolen by Phineas Filch.
I'll be taking this back now. Kind of like family to me.
You could have just asked instead of stealing it. Was that all we wanted to ask, Mr. Filch? Yeah, I think that was it. Let's go see Mr. Tembatara one more time. Just think about dealing with that yokai again. I just want to say pass. Okay, we're back. Lord Tenma, your attorneys are here to see you, your malevolence. What happened there? Why did it pause? I don't know what happened there. Why are you speaking like that? Oh, Mayor Tenma, you've returned. Yes, well, Jinxie came by earlier to apply a new charm to my head. It seems to be suppressing the demon within me. That's a relief. Maybe I'll actually get some of this time. So, what can I do for you today? We'd like to ask about the rumor that Jinxie is possessed. Hey, Hades, welcome back. She allegedly left the yokai evidence at the scene while under a demon's power. At least, that's what the prosecution is going to claim at tomorrow's trial. Uh-oh, he's back.
Caw, 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 caw. No matches this word and charm for me.
Ah, the charm. Tembatara's back.
Those foolish mortals, they shall regret blaming that child for our doings.
Oh, I blew it. That question brought that yokai back. And he probably won't drop the act until Jinxie's name is cleared either. He's here to violently fiddle with our balls. We'd like to ask you about something your aide Florent LaBelle mentioned. Did you know Jinxie is rumoured to be possessed?
I know not of what you speak.
You're not trying to protect Jinxie, are you?
I, Tenma Taro, Demon Lord of the Yokai, protect a mere mortal?
He's going to deprotonate the entire courtroom. He is.
Caw, 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 caw.
No affections do I possess for your race of humans.
Please, we already proved that there was a third party disguised as yokai at the scene. But if you deny that tomorrow, we'll never be able to clear Beettogh's name.
But I've already told you, I know not of what you speak.
I don't think we'll get anything more out of him. It's all over unless we can somehow prove that Jinxie didn't plant that yokai evidence. Hey, Apollo. I think I've got this one. I think I can prove that she didn't do it. Really? Sure. I should be able to use psychology to explain that whole possession thing. Knock yourself out then. No, Athena's really something. I can really count her when it counts. Hey, it's Emma. Jinx isn't possessed. I believe the so-called possession episodes are a form of somnambulism. Oh, she's sleepwalking. Somnambulism means sleepwalking. Yes, literally. Yeah, I believe she's exhibiting a rare form of the disorder. It's usually brought on by repressed stress. Mr. Mayor, didn't the symptoms start soon after she began her job in Ninetales Vale?
When the child visited last, she did speak of dreading yokai and how they rob her of sleep each night.
I knew it. That lack of sleep is causing her to enter an unconscious state. And that means she can't be trying to protect you, at least not on a conscious level. So then the Tembatara that was spotted at the manor wasn't Jinxie.
Sleepwalking, eh? That would indeed explain the matter.
Look, Tembatara's spirit. It's left the mayor's body. Can you tell us the truth now, Mayor Tenma?
Very well. It's the least I could do for a superb exorcist such as you.
Mayor Tenma, you didn't leave those feathers and tracks at the scene, did you?
I did not. Neither I nor Jinxie have anything to do with that. That was the killer's doing, no doubt.
I knew it.
You suspect Florence is behind all this?
But why? Did he really want Ninetales Vale that badly? Can you think of any reason why?
Looking back, he did seem fixated on Tembatara for a spell. Could it be?
Okay. I understand. Could he try to be released Tembatara? So, it's Florent Labelle. We have to really emphasize the T. Florent Labelle. Like that. I'm really good at French. Yeah, go for it. Nice, nice, nice. We have been confirmed as correct by the French. Everything is golden.
Whatever the case, Tembatara brings nothing but pain and misfortune. It's as the superstitions warn. You must not gaze upon him nor free him from his prison.
But how can people actually believe that? Well, at least we know who's behind this whole Tembatara thing now. Yeah, and I think we need to have another nice long chat with Mr. LaBelle.
Dinner's ready, your malevolence. An offering to the Demon King. You may place it right there.
Get your grip on their heart and soul into making it.
Did they now? Souls happen to be a favourite of mine. Just hold on to the hearts next time. Caw, 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 caw.
Yes, your benevolence, I remember that.
How long is he planning to keep up this yokai charade? Well, we've already talked to Mr. Filch and Mayor Tenma, so why don't we go see Florent Labelle next? Now that we know the truth. He won't be able to claim that Tembatara was Jinxie or the Mayor anymore. The real question is, how are we going to get him to admit it was him? That is a dilemma.
Okay, now let's practice that encore Finchi from the top.
Mr. LaBelle's in the fire at the time of the crime? Heard a scream. Oh, heck. What did they for again? Oh!
You have the more capacity of a flea. This is that is terminé. No, et on doit t'assurer à oui et temps.
What on earth are they practicing?
Oh, I ain't cut out for this. Whoopsie daisy.
Ugh.
Oh, begging your pardon, Mr. LaBelle, sir. It's just all this Yipes!
Unbelievable. What have you solid my office with a grubby paws? Yes.
Did filch LaBelle's wallet just now? So, what do you think they're up to this time, Apollo?
Oh, it's you two. Eavesdropping, are we? Passing as a sort of key. Well, what do you want with moi?
Your confession to being the Tenmatara imposter would be nice right about now. Mr. Filch filled in on a conversation you two had. And about how you told him not to say a word about seeing Tenmataro.
Filch, you fool! I told you nothing good would come of you letting your mouth.
So, why do you want to keep Mr. Filch quiet like that, Mr. LaBelle? This Joker-ass motherfucker sure doesn't look suspicious at all. Look, all you need to know is he's French. That's literally all you need to know. And you've worked out the case already. Like, you could come into the case at this point, see that he's French. That's it. Yeah, we don't even need to see him kill the alderman. His Frenchness condemns him. Alright, his Frenchness condemns him.
What to protect darling little Jinxie, of course.
But Jinxie was never really possessed. You haven't killed anyone yet. That we know of. She was sleepwalking. You might start with the streamer. Come on, I'm just a little guy. Being asleep at the time, she couldn't have been consciously trying to protect the mayor. That also means she couldn't have possibly been Tenmataro.
Interesting, but where are you going with this?
Since you asked so politely, I believe you have a different reason for trying to keep Mr. Filch quiet. That reason would be to deflect doubt away from the one who was really Tenmataro.
Now this is getting interesting. Are you insinuating that Tenmataro? So sorry to disappoint, but I'm nothing of this sort.
That's right, Mr. LaBelle even told me Tenmataro was a jinx. Ah!
I thought Tenmataro was Jinxie, you fool. Honestly, you have the moral capacity of a flea. Practice it 100 more times.
Yipes!
So, have you been called to testify tomorrow?
Oui, and I'm so looking forward to my courtroom debut. But you'll just have to wait until then.
Oh, I'll be waiting. With a special piece of evidence I've been saving just for you.
Falchi, wake up, you lazy birds.
Huh? What? We're not sleeping. Oh. Must have been that sweet cologne of yours, Mr. LaBelle. Man, we're right sleepy, you did.
Why, it's time for you a lesson on what to do on Saturday.
Oh, I'm begging you, not another lesson. I ain't cut out for this thinking and remembering stuff. Ah! Right up to the solar.
Keep quiet and do exactly as I say.
No, please. Anything but another lesson.
Hang on, what the fuck? Is he getting corrected? Is he getting corrected? Oh my god. Oh my god. He's getting corrected by the Frenchman. That is a fate worse than death. Corrected by the Frenchman. Oh no! Ow. Ooh, that was a fringe weaver. Neat. There they go. Missed our chance to get the truth out of him. Yeah, but we got the proof we need in court tomorrow one way or another. All that's left now is the lie Jinxie told. We better clear that up before tomorrow. You think they're done questioning Jinxie? Maybe. Let's see if she's over in Yokai Lane shopping for more charms. Oh, she's stoned again.
Cursed nine-tailed fox, the time for selling the score is nigh. My grudge has but festered over time, and last vengeance will be mine.
She must be possessed or sleepwalking again. Maybe if I speak softly, I won't startle her and get a charm plaster on her forehead.
Psst.
Jinxie.
Huh? Oh, hello, Mr. Demon Lawyer. Oh, my charms must have fallen off again.
Whew. Guess I can avoid a charm slap by turning down my cords of steel. Are they done questioning you, Jinxie?
Uh-huh. And on the way back, I stopped here to buy a new charm that was just released.
Yeah? Which one?
Oh, the one with the nine-tailed fox and 10 Mataro. It shows them dancing together.
Really? Two bitter rivals dancing together?
Uh-huh. It's a charm for rebuilding burnt bridges.
Oh, right. For the municipal murder issue.
No, it's for the demon lawyer and the insomniac prosecutor.
Did she just ship... Did she just ship? Like, did she just slip Blapollo? Is that the ship name? Is Blapollo the ship name here? You know, you've got Clapollo. Now we've got Blapollo. But Ari, you know this series better than me. Am I cooking? Am I gently frying with a little bit of oil? You don't know if there's a Blapollo? She just did it! She just did it in game.
It'll stop you two from fighting like you did in court this morning.
We weren't fighting. It was just a spirited debate. It's what we lawyers... Ah! It was kissing!
No fighting!
Charm slapped again. Apollo, if you're done playing around, let's find out what she was lying about. You love that Athena face. It's a pretty good face. Jinxie, it seems like you're starting to remember things. You already said the feathers and tracks weren't there when you discovered the crime. Have you remembered anything else that seems important?
Like what?
Tell us what you saw that day. Maybe you remember something else this time.
When I opened the door, Papa and Alderman Cubu collapsed in the Fox chamber. That's when Papa told me to call an ambulance and the police. That's all he said before he passed out in the chair.
The magic cock ring. I knew it. She's holding something back. Magic cock ring, let's go. I think I see what the tell is.
Gotcha!
You were very nervous when you said, that's all he said, weren't you? I know because I saw your fingers move as if you were going to slap someone with a charm.
Huh?
Listen to me, Jinxie. This is very important. Did Mayor Tenma say anything else to you?
It was nothing. He was just talking in his sleep.
Talking in his sleep? So you admit that he did say something else?
How could you tell? Only a demon could have such powers.
Get perceived, nerd. Oh, she's Fauna.
Like I said, he was just talking in his sleep. I mean, why else would Papa say something like that?
Could you be a little more specific?
Before he fainted, he said, "Forgive me, Jinxie. I killed Alderman QB."
You definitely think the Grammary count as demons, at least Magnifi and Zack do. Yeah. He said what? The mayor actually confessed to the crime.
But he didn't mean it. He couldn't possibly know what he was saying. He was probably possessed, or maybe he was in the middle of a nightmare.
Am I overcooking this? A nightmare? No, this is a nightmare. This is one statement I wish I'd never heard. What in the world are we going to do now? Return to the basics? That's right. Always believe in your client, no matter what happens. That's a lawyer's greatest and most trusted weapon. Right, just believe in my client, even if all I can see ahead is darkness and despair. Jinxie, does Prosecutor Blackquill know about your father's confession?
I didn't mention it when he was questioning me. I mean, there's no way Papa's the killer.
Why would the mayor confess like that? Could he really have been dreaming? Or simply delirious? Who knows, but I sure feel like I'm living a nightmare right now. Apollo, what are we going to do about tomorrow's trial? The crime scene was locked tight until Jinxie arrived, and our clients even confessed. Not only that, but Jinxie's been accused of planting the yokai evidence. Both the mayor and Jinxie are going to prison if we don't go something. I know. Let's see here. Our lack of a third party in the locked room is a major problem. Jinxie's testified that when she first opened the door, Alderman QB and Mayor Temman were the only people she saw in the Fox chamber. But the real killer must have been hiding in there as well. Considering the room was locked tight, that's the only logical explanation. Our mystery person must have fled the Fox chamber when it was opened. And that's when Jinxie saw what she thought was Tenmataro. But
Papa and the Alderman were the only people there. I didn't see anyone else.
what's going on here? The Bell's extremely pale, but he's far from transparent. So just how did he hide himself at the scene of the crime? Whatever it takes in court tomorrow, Apollo. We have to take down that dirty, rotten Tenmataro Florent LaBelle. Right, we'll get in with the legal excess of justice style. But that will be for next week, because we're going to wrap things up there tonight. So, let's pull over to the chat room. Okay. Hey, it's actually... Hey, look. It's actually... Look, how much better does this look now on the chat screen? How much better does this look? Tell me this looks good. I mean, obviously I need to tweak the names as they appear for Twitch chat. I think you guys need to be black names on the background. Yeah, I need to make your names look a bit more noticeable, because it's hard to read your names on the overlay. YouTube, you see over here on YouTube chat. Like, you see over here. YouTube chat. Yeah, new chat system. Okay, thanks, Zach. Thank you. I'll have a tweak with it, but yeah. In the meantime, we're going to wrap things up now. I'm going to go spend a bit of time with wife. Tomorrow, I'm going to be back probably with something at some point, but I don't know what and I don't know when. So we'll work that out. I think I've got a collaboration coming up on Monday, so that should be fun. That's with the little guys, and like I said, I think we're playing Among Us, so keep an eye out for that. And then in the meantime, I'm cooking up some karaoke, so keep an ear out for that as well. And I will say no more. Anyway, thank you for the hangs tonight, chat. I will see you all very soon. Look after yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you next time. And as Zach just said, everyone have a blessed day. Take care.